Greetings. This is a special presentation regarding two major earthquakes that occurred in 2010, the Haiti earthquake magnitude 7 and the magnitude 8.8 earthquake that struck the month following in Chile. Both earthquakes share an interesting dynamic and symmetry with the Jupiter station. Now, looking at both earthquakes under the lens of astrocartography to have a look at the key planetary driver, the Jupiter station, that has a very strong symmetry linked to both earthquakes. We're now looking at the Haiti earthquake that occurred on January 12, magnitude 7. It was extremely destructive and had a substantial loss of life, estimated to be greater than 200,000. Now, if we have a look at the exact time of this earthquake on January 12, we note the planetary positions and geometries. Sun is having a planetary alignment with Venus, so we have a Sun-Venus planetary alignment. While connecting into the North Node, we have Uranus connecting into the nodes as well at trine. And note the station of Saturn connecting into Pluto at the time of this quake. Now going right back to November of 2001, and note the position and geodetic signature of Jupiter, its station just to the western side of Haiti, and along the main fault line which extends from Jamaica into Haiti, the Enriquillo-Plantain Garden Fault. Now if we note the planetary positions at the time of the Jupiter station, we have three major planetary alignments. Saturn is opposing Pluto at the exact time of the station, as well as two conjunctions. Mars and Neptune are in conjunction, as well as Mercury and Venus. Now note that Venus is making a connection into the North Node at trine. Just showing both charts side by side to show the symmetry. Now note the opposition on the left hand side at the time of the Jupiter station between Pluto and also Saturn. That configuration is connecting into the Sun. And we can also see that Venus is forming a blue triangle, which is a trine into the North Node. Now if we have a look on the right hand side, the time of the earthquake, we have Uranus connecting, forming a trine into the South Node. But importantly, Sun and also Venus are connecting into the North Node above. So we can see some interesting dynamics. So we have an opposition on the left side between Pluto and Saturn, and we have a square on the other side at the time of the quake between same planets, Pluto and Saturn. We're now going to focus on the Chile earthquake that occurred 6 weeks later in the month of February. This earthquake was extremely powerful, magnitude 8.8, and did have a major tsunami associated and a significant loss of life as well. Now if we have a look at the exact time of this major earthquake on February 27 of 2010, note the position of Venus forming a trine aspect into the South Node, a very strong configuration, and that's that blue triangle. If we have a look, there are two planetary alignments involved. Mercury is conjoining Neptune, and Sun and Jupiter are in conjunction as well at the same time of this major earthquake. Now it's important to note that astrocartography maps the planets to the Earth geodetically using a longitude format. And it's important to note that both earthquakes of 2010 in Haiti and also Chile both share an interesting symmetry as they sit on the same geocentric longitude on the Earth at 72 degrees west. Now going back to that Jupiter station of 2001 and moving the chart aspects down south towards the Chile region, and note the geolocation and station of Jupiter very close to the earthquake epicenter to come, and right along that major fault that extends just offshore Chile. We're now looking at both charts side by side to see a very interesting symmetry. On the left side, the Jupiter station in 2001, note the position in blue triangle focused on Venus, which is making a trine aspect into the North Node. And at the time of the earthquake on February 27th, note that Venus has moved into a trine aspect into the South Node, that blue triangle on the right side. So we see a very interesting parallel and mirroring symmetry. Look at the left side again, note the position of Jupiter connecting into the Sun at 120 degrees, and the exact time of the earthquake on February 27th, Jupiter and Sun are in conjunction. So the Chile earthquake of 2010 has an interesting symmetry, and that is the reconnection of both Sun and Jupiter, as well as the position of Venus connecting back into the Lunar Node. And the Haiti earthquake shares that same symmetry with the Chile earthquake, but the Haiti earthquake also has the extra symmetry and reconnection of Pluto and Saturn. Now the 2001 station of Jupiter was very important and a very strong driver for a future event. And note that in 2008 we get another station of Jupiter, this time the MC position of Jupiter, or the direct overhead position or noon position. Note that this time the station was further to the west, but it is an interesting correlation at the same time of the 2008 station. Note that we have Sun and Jupiter connecting at trine, which is exactly what took place at the time of the Chile earthquake of 2010. Sun and Jupiter went into conjunction. Now there was another major earthquake in Haiti in 2021, a major earthquake magnitude 7.2, and Chile also received another major quake in the Antofagasta region magnitude 7.4, and interestingly we have a Jupiter station in 2020 which tie these quakes up together as well. We'll now focus on the Antofagasta, Chile earthquake magnitude 7.4 that took place in northern Chile on the 19th of July of 2024. We're now looking at the exact time of this major quake across northern Chile in 2024. If we have a look closely, note the position and chart aspect of Venus. Venus is forming a trine aspect into the North Node, which is an interesting dynamic as it shares a strong symmetry back into the 2010 earthquake, with Venus connecting into the same aspect into the Lunar Node. Now looking at the Jupiter station in September of 2020, and notice geolocation and map to the Earth on the right hand side. We note the position, the house is marking the earthquake epicenter to come in 2024, and the Jupiter station itself just positioned just slightly offshore and to the west. Just noting the important planetary aspects taking place at the same time of this Jupiter station. We have a look closely, Jupiter is connecting into the Sun, which is sharing that same symmetry back into the previous earthquake of 2010. This time we get Jupiter and Sun forming a trine aspect with each other, and importantly the Sun is connecting at opposition with Neptune at the same time of this Jupiter station. We can see in behind a further foundation, we see that Saturn is connecting at 150 degree aspect into the Lunar Node. So we get another reconnection event for northern Chile and this earthquake in 2024. The Jupiter station giving us a location. Note the position at the time of the station of Sun and Neptune at opposition. We get them reconnecting again at trine at the time of the earthquake, and the triggering off point is Venus connecting into the North Node. Now looking at the 2021 Haiti earthquake magnitude 7.2, which occurred on the 14th of August. Now this earthquake was destructive. It had a substantial loss of life as well, with over 2,200 losing their lives. We're now looking at the exact position of the planets at the time of this major earthquake in Haiti. Note that we have Saturn forming a configuration into the lunar nodes, as well as Neptune forming a yacht aspect with Sun and the descending node. These are the key attributes at the time of this major quake. Now looking at the Jupiter station of 2020 in the month of September and looking at a chart, and note the geolocation of the Jupiter MC, which is positioned just to the eastern side of the earthquake epicenter marked by that star. And as mentioned, the very important configurations at the time of this station was Sun and Neptune at opposition with the Jupiter station, as well as the configuration of Saturn into the Lunar Node. Now looking at both charts side by side, we can see some very interesting symmetry. Note the position of Saturn on the left side with the green triangle or 150 degree wedge into the node. On the right side forming a blue triangle or 120 degree aspect at trine with the node, and Sun and Neptune connecting on the left side at opposition, and the Sun and Neptune are connected at 150 degree aspect on the right side, which is quite fascinating. Now Jupiter has made another powerful station in the month of March of 2026, and it does have some very strong planetary geometries associated, which may imply another strong earthquake for the longitude of Jupiter in the coming months. So we'll be making an earthquake forecast. Now it's important to note the position and geolocation of the Jupiter station of 2026 and the important planetary alignments that are associated at this same time. Now the Jupiter station is slightly further to the west than the previous stations mentioned in this video of 2001 and 2020, but the major planetary configurations at the time of this station involve Venus, Neptune and Saturn, and this powerful configuration will have a possible reconnection event in 2026 and also in 2027. Now Venus and Earth will make an opposition with Neptune and Saturn in the month of August of 2026. The key dates to watch will be August 10 and also August 21st, around this time frame, for possible reconnection events, and this is the opposition, and in 2027 we'll get the conjunctions of both planets of Neptune and Saturn into Venus and Earth. Now the Jupiter longitude line extends right through the danger fault just offshore Chile, and this will be the #1 area of concern in the month of August, so definitely something to watch, and the potential 7.5 magnitude could be possible during this time frame. The slight westward migration of the Jupiter station could see the area in between Jamaica and Haiti see this major quake to come in the month of August, and that'll be along the same fault line, the Enriquillo Plantain Garden fault zone, for this potential event, and this will be the second area of concern for this possible event. And the third and final area of concern will be in central Peru, as the extension of the Jupiter longitude line goes right through a major fault, and that is the Cordillera Blanco fault zone. So these will be the three key areas of focus for the month of August of 2026. In summary, I do feel like the reconnection of the near triple conjunction of Venus, Neptune and Saturn could see a major earthquake event in either the month of August of 2026 or potentially into 2027, specifically at the reconnection and conjunction of Venus, Neptune and Venus-Saturn in the months of May and April of 2027. Now, I have merged over the solarwatcher.net and quakewatcher.com websites into one place, and that is earthsignals.com. Now, this website is a fantastic creation by a gifted website developer, and anyone who wants to know more information, I highly recommend people use his services. The website is quite good. There's a bunch of content being uploaded outside of YouTube which focuses on astrolog, astrocartography videos, as well as important solar watch videos and special reports covering specific regions in the globe and past major earthquakes, all exclusive content for members and subscribers of earthsignals.com. And that concludes this video presentation regarding the Jupiter station and symmetry of major earthquakes across Haiti and the Chile region. For more information, please visit earthsignals.com, and thanks for watching.